Mm-hmm.
Had a little bit of an on-track incident.
Kind of, sort of.
Needs a little bit of frame inspection. Let's just leave it at that. But the X-Mods, that was a fun race to watch. It's when you put guys in a 3-link car, small tire, small motor, on a big track, where you're used to seeing late models just cruising and flying.
Mm-hmm.
You actually get to see the real talent shine. And these were all equally matched guys. You had 4 different winners. Travis Schulte took the first night, Chad Olson the second night, Sean Strong came on the third night, and night 4 was Rob Schreiner.
Well, and listen to this. Warren and
Now,
I.
how big of a track is this? You said big track.
Well,
It's Elma size.
It's big.
It is big.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fast.
Okay.
So in the X-Mod class, he's talking about those 4 drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the series championship down there went to Travis Schulte. Listen to this. 1 point.
Wow.
1 point over Rusty Coleman.
Wow. Tight.
And the one driver we didn't mention at all really was Chris Simpson in late models.
Well, and there's a guy that dude's fast.
And I can't count how many second places he got during this.
3.
Yeah.
3
2,
seconds in
3.
4 shows.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that guy got cheated out of the guns, the cash, and the crown.
Yeah.
So Pierce won that. He won 3 of the 4 shows.
Right.
Okay. Simpson finishes third 3 times, or
Wow.
second 3 times.
Wow.
And the difference in the points margin for the championship was 13 points.
Wow.
That's how tight that was.
That's good racing.
It is.
That's
It was
good for the fans.
Amazing racing.
Now, as good as it was not. It was not good for our Northwest gang that went down.
Well, how many guys did we have down there?
We had the Duty gang. We had Koffel. We had Tomas Hunziker. We had Deibel and Weinberger.
I was shocked to see Tomas down there.
I was too. I had no idea he was going. I had
didn't
talked with him. I had talked to him just a week before he went, and he never even mentioned it.
And Kai Frick took his car.
Kai Frick went down.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So he had Weinberger, Deibel, Frick, Hunziker. You had Koffel, the
And
2 duties.
Justin
The
and
2
John.
Those 7 guys.
7 guys from Oregon. 7 guys that we watch week in and week out at Willamette Speedway. And, we had Oregon guys in the shows, but unfortunately...
It takes luck. And, we saw Justin get turned upside down.
What was the car count down there?
Oh, there was
130-some?
There was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot.
It was...
In the mods or
Late models.
all
late
together?
models. It was a big show.
Yeah.
It was a big show, and it started to dwindle down towards the middle, towards night 4 and 5.
Those
Or
guys,
excuse me,
you got guys
3 and
traveling
4.
from the Midwest, the East Coast. And they're coming from all over to get a jump start on the 2017 season.
Yep.
New chassis, new figuring stuff out, and
Some people, unfortunately, need some new chassis.
well, yeah, that too.
It was... Arizona Speedway kind of eats cars like that hole in turn 2 at Vegas.
Yeah,
It was not easy on the duties. Unfortunately, it was not easy on the Deibel crew.
well, Weinberger, it lost a motor, and then was it an oil pump? We heard.
So, what I've heard, and I cannot confirm this, I haven't heard it straight out of Dan or Colin's mouth, but word on the street is that the oil filter that was on that motor for Colin on night 1 when he made the show and had to pull off, literally after taking the green, maybe 1 or 2 laps, the threads that hold the oil filter onto the oil filter adapter literally failed, and the whole oil filter shot off.
Wow, that's not good.
And unfortunately, there was some damage that was incurred.
Yeah.
From that.
Well, they had another motor shipped up.
Wow.
Yeah, they took it. There's another motor that went down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Colin got back in the car. They didn't miss any shows.
no, Colin actually drove Dan's car.
That's right. He
on
did. He
night
drove
2,
Dan's car at night 2, the black car.
the black car.
Colin
and
was in
then
the red one.
The red one, they did the motor swap, I
Right.
believe, and he missed night 3, I believe, because they were still in the motor swap.
Yeah, I was talking with Jeff Reeves, part of that crew down there, and I said, "Hey, man, what's going on?" He goes, "Man, we're just working on race cars," and they were hustling. And I actually had a couple of questions for him, and I said, "Listen, you guys sound really busy. I'm going to let you get off the phone. I'm not taking any more of your time. Work on that car. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the show." And that was it. But those guys were scrambling, and it's a good opportunity to go down there and race those guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's hard to travel all the way back there where they're at all the time. So when they come out this way, you if you can, take a shot, go run with them.
Absolutely.
I would have went down just for the weather
Well,
and the racing, of course.
Well, you get that kind of weather every time you go to the tanning parlor, bro.
I don't do the tanning bed.
Look at him.
I don't do GE Beach.
GE Beach.
Well, hey, I don't think any of us do beaches. I mean,
I do.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just to rub it in.
10 days.
You're sitting here talking about you're going to Hawaii in 10 days.
10 days.
One of my friends is on her way back from Australia and New Zealand. She's been out of the country for like 2.5 months now.
Wow. Always wanted to go down there.
She flew from Auckland, New Zealand, to where of all places today? Honolulu.
Beautiful. That's a long flight.
That is a long flight. But now that
bummer.
She's sitting there. She texts me from Honolulu Airport, and she goes, "Hey, I'm back in the States." And I'm like, "Cool. Where are you at?" "I'm in Honolulu." "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Well,
Rub
I'm
it
up here.
in.
Well, this is kind of, I'm kind of excited about this trip to Hawaii because when we fly in, we touch down in Honolulu. Okay. We'll make a quick exit off the plane, right back on, 22 minutes, and we're in Kona. This one here, for some reason, we have a 5-hour layover on Oahu. So we're gonna take a short little trip out to Pearl Harbor.
Right.
I would not do that.
I'm gonna go check it out.
That's not enough time.
We're gonna shoot over there for about 3 hours. Look at him.
You've been there, Joel?
Been there a couple times, and honestly,
Both of you guys make me sick.
And in all honesty, Corey, I'm not saying it because I'm jealous. Pearl Harbor is one of those things that it literally is going to take you a whole day to do.
Well, I got 3 hours. So.
And if you go out there, in 3 hours, you're not going to make it out to the Arizona.
Yeah.
And if you're going to Pearl Harbor, you need to go out to the Arizona. It is literally a life-changing experience.
That's the center. That's the center of the Pearl Harbor.
Is the Arizona? Yeah.
And if you, because they do it on a ticket basis, and you literally have to show up at 8 a.m., get in line, get your ticket. And we were there at 8:15 one morning. We didn't get out to the Arizona until noon.
Wow.
And those tickets
want to change your flights.
Are gone by like 10 o'clock.
I'm taking my snorkel. I'll get up to the Arizona.
There you go.
Yeah, and you might get shot.
No, I'm not getting shot.
It's still an active military base, buddy.
I know.
They might think they might think you're North Korean or something.
Oh, Mike Patterson. There's our buddy Mike.
Moxie Mike.
He says Pearl Harbor is a full day. Bring tissues. See, that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me is I'm afraid to, I'm sure it's going to hit your soul. I mean, I'm sure. I've heard everybody say that they've been there, they've cried. I'm excited to be there, but at the same time, I'm kind of like,
you're scared you're going to cry in front of everybody.
No, I'm not afraid of that. It's just I'm one of these people that I truly respect our veterans. I do, and the people that have given their lives for this country. There's not a thanks big enough in the world. You cannot thank these people enough. And for those men and women that were on those ships that were bombed.
There have been two things that made me cry a little bit, and one of them was when you got to the Arizona and you lean over the edge of the memorial. And you can still see the oil coming up out of the ship. That started to get me. And then when you go into the end of the memorial, and I cannot remember what they call it. I think they call it a certain room. I cannot remember for the life of me right now what it is. You can actually look, and it's got all the names of all the sailors that are still entombed in the Arizona on it. And there's a little hole in the floor that's surrounded by a railing that looks down onto the ship. And what did me in was I looked down through that hole, and some of the sailors that survived the Arizona have actually asked to be their remains to be placed with their shipmates. Wow. And you look down through that and you see urns on the ship.
Wow.
That gets me.
Yeah. That gives you chills to think about.
And literally, you guys know me. I'm not one that can break down and cry real easy. I'm sitting there and I'm like,
I've seen you do it a couple of times.
Shut up. Only my computer's not working right.
He kind of fibbed right there because he said that, there's only two things that made him cry. When he was in Hawaii for the Strawberry Cup and his driver won.
That's the other time I cried.
He cried.
That's the other time I cried. Let's be honest here. Those are the two times.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And they both, for some reason, they both include Oahu, so I'm just staying the hell away from Oahu.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm going to do what I can to see it. Hopefully it'll be good. Guys, let's take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back and we'll get our caller on the show, and we'll talk racing with them.
Sounds good.
It'll be a fun call. So, yes, we're going to head off to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in about 2.5 minutes, right here on Northwest Dirt News.
Do you wake up in the morning in a slump? Looking for a new career or change of pace? Well, let Northwest Trucking Academy be your source. Dave Stahl and his team of highly experienced instructors will give you the skills you need. Whether you have no idea what the brake pedal is or you just need a refresher course, Northwest Trucking Academy will give you a customized training program to meet your needs. In as little as 4 weeks, you can be on your way across the country with your new career. Located on Highway 99 in Tangent, Oregon, Northwest Trucking Academy will get you ready for a new, fast-paced, and highly rewarding career. Give them a call at 541-248-3461 or look them up online at nwtruckingacademy.com. Classes start the first Monday of every month, and don't forget to use promo code MOXIE. That's MOXIE, and receive $100 off your tuition.
Crocker's Cars is located on Santiam Highway across the street from Walmart in Lebanon, Oregon. We've been providing the finest pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs since 1983. Crocker's Cars has been in business for 31 years, offering quality used vehicles that meet your needs. With our experience and professionalism and no-hassle buying, customers really do come first here at Crocker's Cars. Crocker's Cars, where quality is the difference. Look us up on the web at crockerscars.com for a full line of inventory, or give us a call at 541-258-2175. 541-258-2175. Now, back to the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio for more Northwest Dirt News live on Spreaker Radio. All right, that was a quick 2 minutes.
It always is.
Quick. Man.
Well, you went out and ran 5 laps around the mall.
He did. He's got a little engine burn.
Do my cardio, you know.
He hasn't been going to the gym.
Yeah, that's one place I haven't been.
I have. I've been hitting the gym pretty serious lately. I don't know if it shows, but I have been.
What are you trying to do, get your bikini body back for Hawaii or something?
Something like that. It's called the Speedo, not a bikini.
You should have started a long time
I know.
ago.
I should have. But I'm losing weight. I'm feeling good. I've been pushing the stacks.
How much have you lost?
I've lost about 11 pounds.
Really? Good for you.
Feeling pretty good. So
that's good, dude.
Yeah. I'll tell you, our personal trainer is a.
He's not the University of Oregon personal trainer, is he?
Close to. Man. This guy's a beast, man. I think he eats like small cars for breakfast and backs it up with like I don't know, plutonium. You know, I mean, the guy is just—he's a total monster, and he pushes you to the limits. He will. If you don't get strong working with this guy, you're not gonna get strong working with anybody. But it's been fun. I mean, there's days where I have a hard time getting out of the car by myself because my legs hurt so bad from squatting the night before. You know, I did 18 sets last night with with the bench and the dumbbells and the pull down machine. I mean, my arm's a little tender today. They're a little tight, but I feel good.
Sounds like it.
Wow.
I'm ready to go. So, yeah.
Okay, let's go then.
So let's get back into Northwest Dirt News. Did you see the way he's looking at me when I'm talking? He's just looking at me like he's totally lost. Has no idea what we're talking about here. Health, personal health, and feeling good.
Hey, we're talking about workouts here. I do the extreme workout.
The only workout you do is lifting 12-ounce cans.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh, that's true.
He goes 16 ounces.
He does.
And they're not cans; they're glasses. Thank you very much.
He goes the bottle's a little heavier. So, yeah, he's got to make sure you bring it down slow. You got to get that resistance when you bring it down slow. Yeah,
something about those Four Locos. I don't know.
Something like that.
No.
Joel's not even,
no.
You're seriously not. You don't even hardly drink at all anymore, do you?
I don't drink at all.
At all. Quit. Just
I don't either.
2 years.
Yeah, if I drink, it's like seriously, I'll drink a Mai Tai or two while we're over there, or a beer with dinner maybe twice a year.
Those two we had down in Vegas, I'm good for probably 5 years.
I will agree with you.
Yeah.
That was the rare exception where
Oh my gosh!
I'll tell you
let's
what.
Not go there again.
You know, when you're on a plane and you get